round of applause, but I might settle for that. Had to break a couple laws, put my city on the map. You think you beat the up, but you didn't make a. Even if you made a, she ain't never coming back. Play it like you couldn't call it, it's just something that you lack. Like the Jack, got Billie Jean talking bad behind your back. She can roll with me, it's a lucky day. Got a and the gang. We had stacks, blending in and spinning racks. Representing is a trend, I don't see no end to that. Where you at? If I slip, I slide, I don't trip. I glide when I dip, I dive. When I dive deep. In the middle of an ocean, you know where to find me. When it's poetry in motion, she don't ever mind me. If I slip, I slide, I don't trip. I glide when I dip, I dive. When I dive deep. In the middle of an ocean, you know where to find me. When it's poetry in motion, she don't ever mind me. They told me slowly is the fastest way to get where you wanna be. So I ease to a steady speed. Let that breathe, no push stop. Give me keys to that blue Impala, this the good part. When you're living everything you thought of. I know single mothers who had to teach their sons how to squabble. No killers who became good fathers who raised their daughters. Look now, AP, I'm 50 for my keys. Las Vegas residency, I brought the two to me. The good part is father and father. I know it might look hard, but baby, nothing is out of your reach. Grabbed it and I be if they gon' take it from me. Passion is what I had before any grand. She can roll with me, it's a lucky day. Got a and the gang. We have stacks and some dirty bands, blowing bands out. But I'm still, that's the price of gas. If I slip, I slide, I don't trip. I glide when I dip, I dive. When I dive deep. In the middle of an ocean, you know where to find me. When it's poetry in motion, she don't ever mind me. If I slip, I slide, I don't trip. I glide when I dip, I dive. When I dive deep. In the middle of an ocean, you know where to find me. When it's poetry in motion, she don't ever mind me.
타자는 4번 타자 이주호. 오늘 안타
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Major League Baseball on tap, just a little bit away from first pitch. And on the hill, Freddie Peralta. What should we keep an eye on here?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Francisco Lindor, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. And a base hit right there. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting second, the designated hitter.
And now it's Juan Soto. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs.
0-1.
There's no way around it. Soto is one of the most exciting players in baseball. His hitting skills are so advanced, you'd think he played in Major League Baseball in a different life or something.
That one just misses.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Lindor on the move. And ball four, two aboard.
Well, we've seen this recipe cook up a big inning plenty of times. Two runners on, nobody out, and
runners on the move. Puts a bunt down.
They'll expect a back and forth this entire game because of how good the offenses are.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. That one fouled off.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Soto at second, McNeil at first with no outs. And ring him off, says Patrick Johnson. That's a strikeout. Here's Brandon Nimmo. And the curve is down and in.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
Runners at first and second with one gone. Just missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Strike three, and that's two in a row. And now it's Mark Vientos. Frelick running hard to get it. And that's the third out. Back here with my pal Siggy. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Clay Holmes.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning. Jackson Chourio up now for the Brewers. That's towards center. Makes the grab, one away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
And a foul ball. Holmes, a 6'5" righty, 245 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. Inside, 1-1.
If he were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
2 strikes. Ball down.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Pitch misses. 3-2 now. Rudder takes off. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Rudder goes again. Swing and a miss. Go to second. Ow! And that'll end the inning. Back here at American Family Field. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for New York, Jose Azocar. Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
0-1's the count.
Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play.
That's a ball.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And now it's Jose Siri. Late on that fastball.
0-1.
Next pitch is outside. 1 out, bases empty. Frelick on the move. Won't get to this one. It drops foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 2 outs, bases empty. So up next for New York, Luis Torrens.
Off the plate,
that's
ball
inside.
1.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikes. Back in Milwaukee, where these fans are excited for another year of Brewers baseball. They've celebrated division titles back-to-back seasons now.
And they won the NL Central by 10 games, Boo. That was without Craig Counsell at the helm.
Not bad. And the batter now is Rhys Hoskins. Just missed.
I really didn't know what to expect from the Brewers last year. There was a lot of uncertainty, if we're being honest. They were starting a 20-year-old in the leadoff spot, traded away Corbin Burns in the offseason, and lost Brandon Woodruff for the year because of an injury.
Don't forget they were also without all-star closer Devin Williams because of a back injury. He missed the first few months to start the year.
Yeah, and these fans are hoping for better luck when it comes to injuries this season. If they're healthy, they might go beyond the wild card round this year.
Slow down, partner. It's early. Garrett Mitchell stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. And a swing and a miss there.
1-1.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Gets under and pops it up. corrals it, and the inning is over. Back here in Milwaukee, Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Peralta back to work. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Brings it in, and there's one away. Juan Soto now. He reached out a walk his first time.
Soto.
Swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's 0-1. All right, Chris, when you talk about great logos, the Milwaukee Brewers, the M and the B that form a glove, not everyone even realizes that it's an M and a B with that glove. They started using it in 1978 and have been using it a lot more recently. It's a great logo, Chris.
Yeah, Boog, I remember as a kid, my brother had that ball cap, and I would just kind of borrow it. Some would say steal it, but it was just such a cool-looking logo. I had no idea until years later that that's what was hidden on the inside of it, that M and that B, but very, very cool.
That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. If you're playing right now, tweet out, I was this many days old when I found out the Brewers glove logo is an M and a B. Hashtag MLB the show. Because I guarantee you there are people playing right now that had no idea there was an M and a B in that logo.
That's a great point.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. I think it's one of the best all time. An art student at UW Eau Claire created. He locked him up, and that'll do. Back here in Milwaukee and Singy, it's impossible not to think of the longtime late voice of the Brewers, Bob Uecker.
Yeah, a huge loss for the Brewers community, but even so for the baseball community at large. What an icon in our game, and famous calls will never be forgotten. His presence, his humor, all the relationships that he had over generations, just one of a kind.
In the dirt, and the count is even 2-2. And a swing and a miss. That K is his third of the game. This is Bryce Terang. Up the middle. Lindor on to first. And a couple of quick outs. Joseph Ortiz up now for the Brewers. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Ortiz checks his swing. Now an appeal to first, and he held back according to Larry Bullard. Next pitch is downstairs.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence.
Handles, throws to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. And we're back. In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Check swing, and he went 0-1. Since debuting in 2019, no player in the majors has hit more homers than Pete Alonso.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. Brandon Nimmo now at the plate. Late on that fastball.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. 2 down, base is empty. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Strike 2.
All right, there's number 8, 1 away.
Got him! And how about that? And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the right fielder, Sal Frelick. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
Over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Line drive, that's a base hit out into left center field. And they have their first base runner since the first inning.
The left fielder, number 11.
Next for Milwaukee, Jackson Chourio. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going. This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here. With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
That misses the zone, and the count's full.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked. Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
And that one is lifted in the air. Nimmo has it sized up. 1 away. And now it's William Contreras. Grounded out his first time up. There's a swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Just missed.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Flying drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Save! In comes the run from second. It's 1-1. 2 on, 1 out. And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. Line drive, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He's safe as he gets his hand in. They take the lead. It's 2-1.
Back-to-back singles hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick strike.
In the air, left field, down the line. Nimmo right there to make the grab. That's out number 2. Zach Neto digs in now. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Oh, that pitch is out.
The shortstop takes the ball.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. And they're all loaded up.
Ball 4.
So close to getting out of it right there, but this inning still has life.
Hammered on the line, base hit. Runner from third comes across. It's an RBI single, and it's 3-1. To second, out, and he can't. Back here at American Family Field, we go to the top of the 5th, and now the right fielder, Jose Azocar. And that is out of play.
Well, these Mets definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
Fires across the diamond, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. Jose Siri up now for the Mets. And that is cut on and missed. And it's 0-1.
Over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
0-2.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And his 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whiffs. And now it's going to be Luis Torrens. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield.
Wastes no time there. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Torrens off of first with 2 away. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
At the belt and fires. Got him swinging on the curveball. Now it doesn't strike out. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now Joseph Ortiz. And he hits a ground ball right side. McNeil. And a quick out number 1. So up next, Sal Freeland. He's 2 for 2. Inside just missed. Next offering is fouled back. And it is 2-1. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Jackson Chorio getting ready to hit.
Jackson.
On the ground, could be 2. Off balance feet, there's 1. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. Back here in Milwaukee, top of the 6th inning. Here's Juan Soto. Peralta back to work. Mitchell gets under it. And there's 1 away.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
McNeil at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. Foul ball there. The Brewers holding on to a 2-run lead, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone. Here's Pete Alonso.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And a swing and a miss.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Swing and a miss, and he struck. Bottom of the inning. Here's the Brewers DH, Christian Yelich. And first offering is fouled off. What a stop. Throw to first. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Man at first, William Contreras. Up now for the Brewers. The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Oscar Brazoban.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Yelich aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Nimmo pulls it in on the run.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Hoskins stands in now, looks at that one inside. And there's a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
And it's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Not close with that one. 2-2. Now a screamer into the outfield. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss.
0-2.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That misses, and the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
And that one in the air center field. Siri in position. Squeezes it, and that is the 3rd out. We go to the top of the 7th. Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Tap foul at the plate.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late. That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess. So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. Frelick running hard to get it. And there's 2 down. Now it's the right fielder, Jose Azocar. 0 for 2 in this one. Swings and misses. Strike 1.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
Mitchell gets under it, and that is that. And we're back. Bottom of the 7th. Now here is Zach Neto. A little out front there as he swings through it. Brazabon, a 6'3" righty, 35 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in, and he's got a leadoff double.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters. Well, these Brewers doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They've done a great job finding holes in the defense. Exactly half of their hits have come off the bat less than 90 miles per hour. So the ball isn't exactly jumping off the lumber, but they're finding a way to make it work.
Swing and a ground ball. Slings to first in time. Up now for Milwaukee, Sal Frelick. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. 2 outs. And a foul ball. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it on to first. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. And welcome back to the ballpark. And the batter now, Jose Siri.
Now pitching for the Brewers, number 31, Yoel Kaya.
See you later. He made him pay for that one. It's 3-2. Here's the catcher to hit, Luis Torrens. He was late there, strike 1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Swings through that. Trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. And now it's Frankie Lindor. 1 for 3. Neto. Lindor retired.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Juan Soto up now for the Mets. And he grounds one back up the middle. In plenty of time to first. They get the out. Bottom of the 8th. Here's the left fielder, Jackson Chourio. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up.
Runner on the move. Swinging a foul straight back. Chorio gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Swing, and that ball smashed down a line. And there's one down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Contreras, the next to hit, takes ball one.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boo.
One ball.
One run game, one out, one on. Maybe a 2-ball, 5. And he can't come up with it. And they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out. And here is Hoskins. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence.
Oh, that ball finds its way to the outfield. A base hit. The run comes in from second, and they lead by 2.
Well done. Drives in the run. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent back control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
Popped up. Vientos. And that is that. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now here's Jeff McNeil.
McNeil. Now pitching for the Brewers. Number 29.
Fouled off. He was late.
Trevor McGill.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
So hard to touch. Being at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
That's inside, and that's ball one. Facing a closer that delivers big-time velocity.
Well, normally against a big arm with this kind of velocity, you look for the ball down because the fastball up is a little hard to catch up to. But he's showing really good plate discipline by not offering at that last pitch down.
Got him looking. Only one out remaining for the Mets. So 2 down now, and here is Brandon Nimmo. And first offering is fouled off.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates,
swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game. Peralta with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
And your final 4-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
I'm putting the break up. I'm trying to stop 'cause you said